Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Empowerment Network. In case you are new on this platform, go ahead and why not subscribe, click on the like button and follow us because we discuss very sweet things here. And of course, for family members, you already saw the topic which says the importance of branding. And so Anita and Andy and myself, we're here to discuss, hoping that Red shows up at some point. Anita, welcome.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise I was still on mute. Oh, good evening, everyone. Hi, Andy and Comfort. Really, really excited about this evening because it's just such an amazing topic, a really great topic. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, sure. Same here. Andy, hi.
Happy Wednesday.
Yay. A beautiful one indeed. We just want to let you know that Ash was on 360 for those who missed it, and the notes are already at the back office. Many thanks to our team who helped with that. So when we finish from here, head straight forward to the back office, have a look, and of course, we'll continue to discuss that tomorrow. A lot of excitement. So, Anita, I know you were excited when I mentioned the topic, and we would just like to let you go first. So, it's open.
Oh, okay, right. Well, I think everybody probably knows by now, my memory is not great, so I have to make some notes because this is just such a big topic and there's just so much to note down. So just bear with me if I've got to refer to some of those. But, you know, the main thing about branding that we all know, the basic of branding is really to be able to get the company known. It's you know, being able to it's first look, the first thing is it's first impressions. It's about giving a first impression. Okay, and a strong brand will create that positive first impression, right? And you know, it's influencing how customers perceive and remember a business. Okay, so if you think about it, it's trust and credibility. That to me is the main thing. Okay, is the trust and credibility that branding will give as well. So it's not just about advertising the company name; it's about gaining that trust and credibility. So, you know, a well-established and consistent brand, it will build the trust and credibility of the customers. Okay, on passive, I mean, we all know that on passive has been really working hard to, you know, gain that trust and credibility, and that's like with the partnerships. I mean, they're a huge part of that. You've got, you know, the train station is a prime example. You know, you've got, God, not just that. I mean, when we did the advertising with the World Cup on being sports. So all of that is not just about saying, hey, this is us, come and buy our products. It's about building the trust and the credibility. I mean, I've got a lot of points here. I'm not going to sit and read them all out now because we'll see if we can go round and round, you know, round each other. But just another one I want to mention at the moment is what I call, well, it's recognition and recall. And the thing is, it's things like logos and taglines, okay? They will kind of like a cue to sort of trigger your memory. And if you think of an example, a prime example that comes to my mind is R. White's, you know, R. White's lemonade, the secret lemonade drinker. Now, I'm not going to sing it, but I bet you Andy probably could sing it. Andy probably definitely remembers it. I don't know about you, Comfort, but you know, that was actually advertised from around sort of 1973 to about 1984. Okay, it's a, you know, that was a long ad, but that's a long time ago, 1984. Yet we can all still remember it. We all can remember him
I saw
sleeping
it on a
down.
rerun.
Sorry,
I
is
said
that a
I saw it on a rerun.
Did you? But you can remember them coming down the stairs in his pajamas and singing he's a secret lemonade drinker. That's what branding is about. We all know if you think about lemonade, you think, oh, White, you think secret lemonade drinker. So that is what Ash is doing. That's what he's building. So I'll leave it there and hand it over to Andy. I've got lots more here to come out with, but we'll get round to me again, won't we? So I'll pass it over to Andy now.
Yeah, sure. Andy, I just want to hear where you want to continue from. Thank
Well,
you.
yes, I confess I do remember it, and I nearly disappeared to sing in the corner. There's two versions of branding though. There's branding that that ONPASSIVE is doing to make awareness of ONPASSIVE, and that will build and continue to build over time. But there's also the branding of us, because at some point in the future, sooner rather than later, hopefully, we'll have our own domain name, and ONPASSIVE will be doing the branding for us as individuals. Now, what does that actually mean? Right, we each have a website, and on our website we'll have those things that we have, that ONPASSIVE has to offer, that we've purchased, that is in our online store. But there's more to it than that, because when it comes to things like companies wanting to advertise, they will contact us and say, by the way, do you want to advertise such and such a company on your branded website? Oh yes, that would be great. So when someone clicks on it, you get paid. Okay, now this is all to do with branding. I know what Anita's doing, and I've kind of gone off at a tangent, but I haven't, because the whole point is that this leads on to the branding for everybody that's going to get a website. And bearing in mind, you know, I spoke to a web designer yesterday, and the web designer was explaining to me, he's had a look at the ONPASSIVE website. I said, well, when did you have a look? He said, well, about 3 months ago. I said, okay, then go and have another look, because at the end of the day, it changes every Monday. What? It changes every Monday? Yes. But he said there's 175 pages. Yes. Well, and how? Because it's all integrated with artificial intelligence. Now, what actually is going to happen is that when we have our own domains, there are going to be 1 million websites that will change on a regular basis. Now, that is something totally different and not done before. But again, this is all part of our branding as well as the ONPASSIVE branding. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does, and I really appreciate, Andy. It's like you read my mind, because I was going to ask whether the branding we are talking about here is about us or about ONPASSIVE, but then you just went ahead and answered. However, I still want us to narrow it down, if that is just for me to be able to understand, and maybe the rest of the people. Until then, I would like you to drop a contribution here, because I know that you've had this topic on your platform. And why I brought it back, because I heard Red also talk about it last Saturday. So you would like to hear your contribution to this. So Anita, I don't know. So now, like Andy said earlier ONPASSIVE is already branding itself as the company, branding us as who we are, affiliates and business partners with Mr. Mufara. So do I need, like, just say empowerment platform network is something that is going to go further? Do I need to make this another branding? Does this fit in the program with ONPASSIVE? Or I don't know if I'm making sense at all. Do I still need extra efforts to brand myself, or do I think that I'm good to go with what ONPASSIVE is already doing on my behalf?
Well, okay, so I mean, it's good that me and Andy are coming from two different perspectives here, because there's still lots more to say about the branding of the company, because, and it leads into what you're just saying there. I mean, we can go ahead and help to brand ourselves, whether it's just by our own name or whether we've chosen a business name. But, you know, when it comes back to it, there's a lot of people that are scared about that. You start telling them to, you know, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't think I had to do all that, right? But when you think about this and you really break this down, I want to come back to one of the things about branding is about customer loyalty, right? Because those customers, you know, they actually, sorry, apologies for having to look at my notes, I've got so much here, but they have to, they're like advocates. Okay, and then you've got your informal advocates, and informal advocates are like brand ambassadors, but we are more formal brand ambassadors. Okay, so you've got the informal ones who are just literally gonna go out there, they love a brand, they start talking about it naturally, they start posting something on, you know, social media that they've just bought the latest pair of trainers or this from this brand or this product from that brand. And that is branding. And they're doing it without realizing, but they're just kind of being really, really active with like things like passion and enthusiasm. You know, they're you know, being willing to recommend. It's our willingness to recommend. There's a lot. I mean, this is just bullet points here, right? But they're also being able to give feedback so the company can improve on things. You know, because they do like customer surveys on those things. All right, and all of those things, if you think about it, we've done that in the way of beta testing and stuff. So people naturally do it. So the thing for people to think about here, it's not that they've got to suddenly become an expert on branding, you know, at all, but just by talking about your name or your business name, whichever way you want that to be, just by talking about the products, just by being passionate and enthusiastic. It doesn't matter even if you're just going to be like, you know, me and AnitaOlson.com or whatever you're going to be. You just need to be really passionate about what you're doing, passionate about the business, passionate about the products or services. And that's really the key. You haven't got to be an expert. You've just got to be passionate about the name, your you know, what you're doing, but the company and the products. It's about all of it, not just about you. You can't just really be passionate about yourself, you know, whether you've got a business name or your name. You've got to be passionate about the products, haven't you? It's a whole thing, whole package.
Exactly. I think I like. Sorry, I like the. I was trying to mute you. Sorry. So I like the idea of passion, Anita, because sometimes we think that maybe we need to go to the university and study and get PhD just to know how to brand and stuff. I think it's just about passion. But I remember, I'm not trying to say that I did do something like extra, but there's once when we used to do the presentation of the foundership positions. When I made a presentation to someone, they were like, did you say you own the company or it's owned by someone and you're just talking about just say somebody's company, but then I know I have an idea what it's all about. I think I understand and I like the idea of passion, guys. So let's learn, share.
Just to add to that, sorry, but just to add to that, it's like say you take the mobile phone company. They are the company, but they're selling different branded phones. And they have to be passionate about each one. So, you know, like the car phone warehouse we have in here in the UK, you know, they are basically promoting all those different brands. So they've got to be passionate about. They've got to first of all see what the customer wants, the customer needs, and then they can look at what fits into what that customer wants, the affordability, or what the functions are. But so yes, they've still got to brand themselves as a company, but at the end of the day, they're really promoting all of those other brands, aren't they? So that's what I mean by it has to be a package. So yes, we are our own business, but we are at the end of the day promoting a company's products, and we have to do that with passion, but professionalism as well. Be professional about it.
All right, thank you. I think Auntie Lynn says branding is creating and disseminating the brand name. A company may brand itself, but individuals do as well. So branding is critical, clearly distinguishes the company / individual. I think that's it. And then Dr. Masego also says branding means grabbing and keeping attention. I think it all boils down to what you have said. There's another contribution here, which is in that line. I think from Minu. Okay, if I lost that, then I can get it again later on. I saw 3 stuff that I wanted to bring. All right, if I find it later on, I'll still put it up. But then Andy, I'll let you comment, please. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Minu's point was actually quite good as well. It's very similar to what Lynn is saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The thing is, we are already branding ourselves. Mm-hmm. You with Empowerment Network and Anita the same, but we're also doing things on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or TikTok or you know, all of these different media platforms allow us to have an audience of sorts, and that is a form of branding that we're all doing, and we're all doing it without actually knowing we're doing it, because a lot of people are just are putting messages out there, and others are looking at those messages and going, oh, this person's from ONPASSIVE. So now I'm personal experience is that I've been contacted or being contacted by a lot of people. I've seen your details online. It's really quite interesting. Tell me more. Yeah, so the branding has started, and we started that 3 or 4 years ago when we first joined. Now we've got something in our arsenal to be able to send out to the potential customers as well. So not only have we put together the little platform, but any individual that starts from today does exactly the same thing. Yeah, so it's not something that oh, we started 4 years ago, so we're in a better position. No, that's not the case. The case is that everybody has that capability to brand themselves, and ONPASSIVE will help us to do that. Yeah. So it's not, you know, for me, what's very exciting is this domain scenario where we have all of our products in our domain and in our website, and that website is then going to be shared with millions of people, hopefully. That's the object of the exercise. So yeah, that for me is very exciting. Yes, the company does a lot of branding, and in the Middle East it's extremely well known because it's everywhere in the United Arab Emirates. It's probably everywhere in Cairo right now, and Abu Dhabi has got the same because of the offices that we've got. But then if you come to London, there's nothing. If you go to New York, there's nothing. So it is spreading bit by bit by bit. And the key really is for the system to have started in Dubai purely from the point of view that the Dubai wants to be the next Silicon Valley, but the Silicon Valley of the world. So every new technology company and innovator is going to Dubai, and that's why we started there, which is by far the best system and setup, because not only because Dubai is a hub of technology, but also it's an international destination. And all of the laser shows that we've done at the Burj Khalifa and on the Ferris wheel are being spread around the globe by the visitors that go to Dubai. So the station, we know, sees 700,000 people go through a day. Yeah, that's an awful lot of people, guys. So when you've got that and people go to see the Burj Khalifa and you see the laser show, because Saturday is a big day, Friday is a big day, all of these things is part of that branding. And these people that are visitors are then taking it away to their country. So that's going to help us as well in the future. And sooner or later, it gets to the point where the products start to go viral on their own because they are superior. They are, far more cost effective. They are value for money, and people spread things word of mouth. So all of these things are going to take they're advantageous to us.
There are very, very, very powerful contributions today from the great ladies in the house. Thank you so much. Gentlemen, I've not seen your own contributions. The ladies are doing a marvelous job this evening. So, oh no, I got one from Graham. Of course, he's always here. Thank you. So, Mayan also says, understanding your business, learning your audience, positioning and tracking your growth is branding as well. So thank you, Mayan. So one thing, I know that sometimes I just keep us turning around the same point over and over. It's just for the sake of everyone to understand. So like someone said earlier on, I know that you are happy to do it for dummies like myself and a few other people. So Adita, we know, again, going back to Mr. Mufare's heart's desire, he just wants to do it for us. He's doing the heavy lifting. It's all done for us and all of those. as somebody who can't do anything at all, as we've been saying, the branding thing, because all right, apparently it was not intentional, but it seems like we're branding this platform. Empowerment Network is going out there, people know and stuff. Some people are just silent, they can't write at all. So with the branding that comes from the company be just enough for that kind of a person who doesn't just lift a finger?
Look, I believe so, because this is exactly why Ash created ONPASSIVE, is for people that are not, they haven't got that experience, they haven't got all this branding experience, they haven't even got sales experience, all right? So when people came along, they heard Ash, they thought, wow, this is something different. Now, of course, there's lots of people that joined that have tried things online, they have got that confidence. Many have failed. So they haven't done a great job at their own branding or their own marketing or anything, because, you know, only about 5%, you know, actually make it, and the rest kind of fail at doing that. And it is because it's quite hard. It's quite hard work, and it's quite hard to understand, and it's costly, and it's all of those things. And you can keep trying this and trying that, you know, and you might have a lot of enthusiasm, and you might have a lot of passion. But you know, it's a competitive world out there, and you've got your competitors, and then you've got if you start doing stuff on your Facebook, you know, you upset your friends, you upset people. They don't want to look at your posts anymore because all they're seeing is you keep plugging away with your business. I mean, I've done it, you know, for 5 years on passive, all over my Facebook, you know. Now, I don't think that's necessarily going to bring me in customers. It can do, but I'm not saying it does, because actually what it can do is it can put a lot of people off. All right. So you've got to know what you're doing with that. They call it attraction marketing and all sorts of stuff, right? If you do not, that is exactly why Ash said, we are going to do it all for you. We are going to provide you. It doesn't matter what your name is. I mean, it could be, you know, Joe Blogs, whatever, Bob Brown, whatever your name is, right? You can just literally have a website, have that name, okay? Doesn't matter what the name is, because on there is ONPASSIVE products, okay? And like Andy just said a moment ago, word of mouth, right? Word of mouth. So when people understand the products and they think of ONPASSIVE products and they think, you know, blah, 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 they're going to land on your site, doesn't matter what you're called. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for OConnect, right? Doesn't matter what's up in the URL bar, it's OConnect they're looking for example, all right? So when he provides that to us, that's why he's doing all this branding, so that people are aware of the products, aware of the name, they're going to land on your site, they're going to look for that product, they think, right, that's what I want, that's what I need, I'm going to buy that, okay, you're going to earn the commission. So he has set it up so people can do that. Like we said the other day, you've got your domain, you've got your website, you've got your products on it, and you've got your traffic. That's all you need to be successful. All we're saying is, if you you know, want to build that bigger for yourself, then you can start promoting it. And by doing that, you might want to brand yourself. You might want to have more things on a website and just a link to your ONPASSIVE products and a link to other things. Ash has already mentioned that people might have other products that they want to do. But if you are somebody that hasn't got any of all that, you haven't got the knowledge, you haven't got the experience, you don't need it. And we have to be very clear on that. People don't need it, because that's what Ash is doing for them.
Right. Perfect. Andy, I've listened to you a million times say you joined ONPASSIVE because you couldn't sell. And Anita is just ending where she started. That yes, if you can't brand yourself, I should do that for you. So do you feel the same?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I can't sell. It's that I can't market.
Can't market.
Yeah, the difficulty with the vast majority of these online businesses is that you have to build a number of people that you can, yes, an audience that you can actually market to. So, you know, we've got Facebook ads, we've got Google ads, we've got, you know, solo ads and all of these other things. And believe me, I've tried a lot of these things, but I don't know what I'm doing. And realistically, having a company like ONPASSIVE behind you that actually does those bits that you don't understand, for me, is key. Yeah, there's lots of bits that I've learned along the way, but I still don't understand enough about marketing to be able to go out and find customers. I can talk to individuals. I don't have a problem with that, and I can share things on the various social media platforms. I don't have a problem with that either. What I don't know how to do is to target a market and you know, send an advertisement out to those people and hope that it sticks. I've tried, but it's cost me a lot of money to do that. So I'm grateful for ONPASSIVE being able to do those things for me right now. Yeah. So you know, it's selling is really the easy bit, because the company are going to do that bit for you. I don't have a problem with that. All I've got to do is to put it in front of as many eyes as I possibly can. And therefore, the more that you share on all of the social media platforms, and the more you put your videos out with your links in, etc., the more likely you are to get people to actually, you know, take a closer look.
Yeah, I think there maybe like I just read a few more beautiful comments so that we round up. There's a lot of powerful contributions today, so I'll just pick them up randomly. There's one from Minu: finding our strength, skills, and talents, and what we're passionate about helps building brands. Passion helps the perseverance, and of course, inspirational. Since people admire passion, thank you for that. And then we have one from Graham, who says many of the people going through our station will do so every day. However, that is a good thing because on average, people need to see something new 21 times before remembering it. Good. So that's branding in action, yeah. So yeah. Anna Fox says branding is so important for any company. The more branding, the better. The products will sell as a result of superb branding. All right. So yeah. We've had Mayan branding brings about clarity, consistency, and constancy in your business. So Adita, anything at all that comes to mind, you just put it out there.
Yeah, let me just say something, okay? We about about being passionate and positive, right? I mean, that's one of the very things that Ash asked for right in the very beginning, was positivity, patience, and passion, you know. And that's all we had. And we grew on Passive to 1.4 million founding members by what we did, word of mouth, just telling people, talking to people. Yeah, some people might have been able to do some kind of advert and some sales funnel and all those things that Andy himself has just said. You know, we're not experts on that. I'm a salesperson, I can sell. Like Andy said, you can sell. If you don't know, you're not marketing gurus. We're not online marketing gurus, right? So those people that understand how to do all these things and sales funnels and collect emails and send out so many emails and automated emails and all that stuff, it does not come easy to even people that have been top sales reps in our industry. Okay, that side of things don't come easy. But you think how we grew to 1.4 million by word of mouth. That is the most powerful thing ever, is word of mouth. You know, because it's just how things grow, because of they've heard somebody else saying something good about that, and that prompts people to go to that. So you can do all this stuff, and you can worry about how you're going to do that and brand yourself and all the rest of it. Just talk to anybody with passion. If you're in the pub even, and somebody's talking about, you know, oh, Zoom, or sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but a product they're not happy with. Oh my God, have you heard about OConnect? Have you heard about, oh, what about OMail? And they're sort of talking about something wrong with their emails, and you go, oh, you should try our OMail. Now all you've got to do is just know a few little things about each one, just exciting things. Like, you know, come on, I mean, OConnect, one of the things that people just can't get their head around is that you're going to be able to speak into that in your language. and someone's going to be able to hear it the other side in their language. They're going to be able to understand that, you know, the auto translation. That is amazing. So, you know, all I'm saying is get excited about just a handful of things about each thing. That's all you need. Just talk to people. They say, oh my God, that sounds great. Here you go, have a look. That's it. So word of mouth is very powerful. You don't need to be a guru. You don't need to understand too much more than that. And you don't need, I've even done this, right? Since I've been in on passive, I've chopped and changed around with business names. I'm going to be that name. I'm going to do that. I've designed logos. I've done all sorts. And you know what? I could just simply be AnitaOlson.com bomb. Like I said, it's not about my name. It's about what's on my website, the amazing products. They're going to sell themselves. Like Andy said, that the work's done for you. You don't have to do any selling. People land there, it's going to sell itself. And in the background, Ash is getting the name known. He's doing that branding so that when people do land on your site, they know exactly who we are. They know what the product is and they want it.
So I'll just like you, Anita, maybe a few more seconds to just present this position, this opportunity to someone who is just joining us. Maybe they stumble on this video because it's going to be relevant as long as Unpassive exists. So what would you tell someone who is looking at Unpassive or watching this video and is not part of Unpassive?
At the end of the day, there are a number of products that we have already in the marketplace, and every single one of those is a superior product to what's available. All you have to do is to take a little bit of a closer look. Can I take a step back for just one moment? I just want to emphasize the point about this station. This station is at Dubai Internet City, right? In Dubai Internet City, you have Huawei, GE, Amazon, Facebook, Google. All of the big boys are there. And all of the tech guys come in by train. So they get out at ONPASSIVE station. And I guarantee that every single one that works for one of those companies I've mentioned has looked at ONPASSIVE. Yeah, they've seen what's going on. They're going, hold on a second, this is quite interesting. And I bet there's an awful lot of people that have already registered and signed up. That's the power of branding. When they work for the competition and they're still looking at what we have. Yeah, but from an individual point of view, this is fairly simple. I've said this before. It's about, some people like making lists. I'm a list maker. I'm sorry, but I make lists to be able to talk to those people on those lists. In other words, I've got a list of people that I know with kids at school. Great. Okay. You want to pay for your education fees for your kids to go to university? I've got an idea for you. Yeah. All of those people that now work from home that were having to travel into the office before, I've got a video conferencing platform for you. You might see that the difference in this one in comparison to the one you've got, but by the way, it's probably going to be a lot more cost effective. Why not try it on a 14-day free trial? Here you go. All of these things, okay, that's a sales pitch if you like, and I don't have to do that, and a lot of people don't have to do that. It's simply a case of putting these things onto the various social media platforms and you know, keep linking, keep putting links to it, because it keeps coming to the top. Yeah, it will help the business and it will help your business. You don't have to sell anything. As long as you've got your link there and you've trimmed it, perfect. ONPASSIVE does the rest.
Perfect. I think, like Michael Williams says, this is the last business those of us who are in this generation will ever need. So, guys, let us know. But then we appreciate all the comments. Thank you, Anita and Andy, for coming. It's been another wonderful evening. See you guys soon again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.